Review time, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so very much for all your wonderful comments and wishes. I really am happy today. So I feel like I'm getting a lot of messages and stuff. Thing is, I feel more motivated to do more reviews for you guys. More you give me love, I feel like working. As long as there is support, I'll be always doing this fragrance reviews. So what do you have here? We have two fragrances once again. I think it's kind of convenient for me to do two in one, so it kind of saves me time. At the same time, you can get two reviews in one, sometimes three. So I remember like day before yesterday or yesterday, one of these days I did 10 fragrance reviews in one one day. That was crazy, but then I enjoyed it. So today's episode, thanks to my one brother, he lent me all these bottles. So I have two of the bottles left, so I'll do those separately. One is okay. Let me they're down there. One is Lamal Popeye. Other one is Osavage, the new version. So those two I'll do in one video, and I'll compare them with my other two, Superman and the older Osavage 2012 version. So let's see what we get here. First of all, let me talk about John Varvatos. John Varvatos Vintage. Okay, this is the fragrance we're about to review. This 125 ml. There's also a smaller bottle, I think, but this one right here is the big bottle, and it's a house of USA. This house gets some love, sometimes it doesn't, but John Varvatos is a very original house. Okay, first of all, remember that it's an original house and it has a lot of awesome releases. So only reason I believe people do not give them love is not much love is their performance is not really the best on most fragrances. And I have tried quite a number of John Varvatos, especially this line. I have done reviews on few and I own quite a few. So let's see what you get with Vintage. Very nice box, kind of like a snake skin. It says Vintage John Varvatos 125 ml EDT. At the back, some more snake skin and gold in here. And I believe at the bottom you get other information. It's kind of nice, it's like a vintage look, sort of nothing special, but okay box. Bottle, however, I really like it. These bottles are awesome. You see some of these bottles I bought John Varvatos uh, Oud. That one was most prettiest bottle. This one is not bad at all. It has this nice sort of leather wrapping. Okay, sort of like an old medicinal kind of a bottle, which all bottles are same shape, just they do different coloring. The bottom is like the sticker. The cap is kind of like chromish. I think it's plastic, and it doesn't click onto place, but it I think, oh no, it's not very secure. If you do this, the bottle weight is so much, the cap is so light, it comes off. So be careful. Okay, so the bottle is kind of like this old, as I told you, medicinal sort of bottle that you see like a old days, nice looking bottle. Okay, so this one I sprayed on the paper. Sprayer is good on these ones. Okay, let me show you. Okay, sprayer is good on these. So how does it smell? I think the fragrance is smelling fantastic. Okay, this fragrance is a, I think it's classified as Udi Shipra in Fragrantica, but what I mostly get is a tobacco-based fragrance which has some other notes supporting it. Okay, like it has notes like Udi, green, peppery, something like squash, a lot of interesting notes. It's a very complex sort of fragrance. So what it actually contributes to is a sort of like woody green kind of fragrance. If you like the likes of polo green, this is much milder than that, but the tobacco in this is quite nice. So this fragrance I heard in one video, I think, I don't remember, is it Mark or who said it? It's he compared it to Burberry's London. So if you like this one, you might want to check this one. Some people like the vintage more, some people like myself like Burberry more. So comparing these two, this is a little bit more interesting with the port wine and everything, but it's a little bit sweeter. It gets more compliment and notice, and it's a fantastic fragrance. So this one also has the note of cinnamon, I believe. Yeah, I get some cinnamon, sweet cinnamon. It's kind of like a, gives a little bit of sort of like a leather boozy accord as well. I don't know, maybe my nose is wrong, but they're not mentioned in Fragrantica. So it's a nice fragrance for cold weather. The only issue with this is again the performance. It's, I'm not gonna put it down because the performance kind of not very strong. I mean, usually if you spray it on the paper, it should push for at least a day. This fragrance was gone in like 2-3 hours. At least fourth hour, I didn't smell anything much. Just a hint of fragrance left. So this one, I would say for the smell composition, it's amazing, gorgeous. The bottle is very pretty, nice, but you cannot wear this in the hot summer's day. It won't last. Cold weather, even if you wear it, it will be for close encounters. I think it will work nice for workplace, ideal workplace scent. It's very nice, sort of like a 1 million preview. If you like that, you might try this. But this one, you need to respray every 2-3 hours. Okay, that's the only thing. But overall very good fragrance. If for the longevity, if it lasts a little bit long, it would be nice, but for the smell itself, I'll give this 8. Solid fragrance from the house of John Varvatos. It's called Vintage. So next one, we don't have any issue with performance. This is a fantastic performer. This house, I just tried the 2 fragrances from this house, and one of them is Pineapple Vintage Intense. I also tried the X Batch. Amazing. I thought at first X Batch wouldn't be something that I want to own or try, but when I tried it, because the Sauvage DNA people talk about the Sauvage mixed with Aventus in X Batch, it's kind of like off-putting because most of us got tired of Sauvage or hate Sauvage. I don't hate Sauvage, but I got tired of the Sauvage at some point. But that composition is really nice. I think that one I like a little bit more than this one because this is kind of obvious. Why is it obvious? I'll tell you. So here's the box. Very nice presentation, kind of like a pineapple right there. The name is Pineapple Vintage, and EDP concentration 100 ml. The back, I really like these. These are very beautiful, cool kind of pictures they put, and then their logo, and bottom is like this. Okay, so these ones, I think ingredients is mentioned at the side. These ones, where are they made in? I didn't check. These are made in France, I think. Yeah, made in France, and yeah, they put some instruction where to store and everything. Kind of cool touch, and up there like this. So these bottles are kind of all same bottles. I mean, kind of like a what Creeds do, Amouage do, but these bottles are okay. I mean, I do not love them. I like them. They are nice, heavy, glassier. Cap is like wooden cap. Okay, it clicks onto place or whatever. No, it's not very secure. I mean, it doesn't feel very secure. It's very light cap. I don't know if it's wood or plastic. And in the atomizer is like this. It's nice. The round sort of a robust bottle looks like a bulb. Okay, bottom is a sticker. So this one has a nice sticker going on. This one has this house. Let me tell you one thing. They are obsessed with Aventus. This is one thing I found kind of annoying, to be honest. Whatever they do is around Aventus. And I don't know if a niche house should be dedicated to do just one fragrance clone. If you can do clones, it's okay. A lot of niche fragrance houses they do. Like Parfums de Marly, they are inspired by many niche and designer fragrances. But if you're just after one fragrance, Aventus, it gets boring at some point. So this fragrance, I sprayed it. This sprayer is very good. I don't want to waste this juice, but this fragrance smells nice. If you like pineapple and lemon, this is good for you. This is one of the best so far. If you like Aventus, this is kind of like fruity batch of Aventus. Is there darkness in there? I don't detect much darkness. So this is kind of like got the whole DNA of Aventus, the pineapple gets to you at some point if you own like 12, 13 clones like Insurrection Pure 2, you like CD Name, you like Aventus, like the other one is what? The Zebra, you know, they're like 1,000 clones of this. They also have from Zara. So they have little difference here and there. Some of them are more lemony, less pineapple, more smoky, less fruity. This one here is the fruity batch. So thing is, the best thing about this is the performance I was telling you. Great performer. My prices on these are 100 something dollars, so it's not cheap. Okay, so for a clone house, I think one of the brothers, Gabriel Rodriguez, I think he said this is the best he sniffed in this DNA. I would say I wouldn't agree humble disagreement on that, because I think for the bang for the buck and the smell wise, dry down wise, I think Club Dino Intense Man and the Rasasi Zebra are much better. I mean, like, I'm just talking about price point. I'm being practical. I'm not gonna say that those are better than this in terms of like smell, but as a package, Rasasi and Armaf are more worthy of getting. You get excellent 105 ml juice in the Club New Intense Man, 50 ml in Zebra, but those last a very long time. But compared to those, this is a nice fragrance. You can treat it on its own. It's a good pineapple based fragrance. It smells like real pineapple. And the thing is, it smells very clean, handsome, but for me, I'm not keen to get this one. Do you know why? Because I like X Batch better. Because I get that opening is so smooth in that one. These are all smooth fragrances, but this one is so known for me. I mean, if you haven't tried that many Creed clones, this one might pique your interest. So Pineapple Vintage Intense is certainly is a good fragrance, lasts a very long time on paper, on skin, and it projects really nicely for 2 to 3 good hours. So I would say Pineapple Vintage is a solid release, but I would not buy a lot of these fragrances because they have so many Aventus clones. It gets boring at some point. I gotta say it. But respect to this fragrance, it's nice. Just the one point, the price point, I would give this 7 out of 10, right? So good fragrance, good longevity, everything. Just uh, I rather buy Aventus if the price point is like 100 something dollars. You just spend 100 more, buy Aventus. So I'm just kidding, right? But you can definitely check it out. It's a nice fragrance. Okay, so that's my review for Pineapple Vintage. Two videos in one, two reviews in one. Hopefully some more coming at night. I'll see you soon. Good night.